Hello and welcome to our training on CASAS testing. CASAS testing is important for tracking student progress. As our classes are funded by United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, we have to track progress to show them that our students are reaping benefits from our courses, even if they're not taking their interview that semester. Some students will take our courses for 3 semesters and still not have an interview. In that case, we really need to show that somehow we're teaching them or that their English and civic skills are improving through our classes. In order to show that progress, we do pre-tests and post-tests. We pre-test students at the time of their registration, which, as we learned in our registrations training, that does not necessarily mean on the first day of class. And we do post-tests on the student's last day of class, which is not necessarily the last day of class. So try to keep track of when people's interview dates are, if they should have one, and try to post-test them before they leave. Also, if a student comes to you saying that they're going on vacation 2 weeks early, try to post-test them before they leave. We'd like 100% of students pre-tested. We would like 100% of students post-tested. This goal for pre-testing is relatively easy to meet because a student would not be registered unless they showed up to at least 1 day of class. So as long as we are doing testing at the time of registration, it should be relatively easy to have everyone pre-tested. 100% post-testing can be a little bit more difficult. We know and understand that sometimes students will just leave without telling you, or they'll maybe drop the class because of prior engagements like work. That's okay, and we understand that, but please, if you know a student is not going to be there the whole semester, or if you know a student has their interview, make sure to get them tested before they leave. We have 2 basic level tests, Level A, 951R and 952R. These 2 tests are for people who are speaking English at a lower level, and we often give them as pre-tests because it's difficult to tell a student's English level when you first meet them. We use this yellow sheet for them to record their answers, and this sheet has 24 answer spaces to match this form's 24 questions. Our more advanced tests are 951RX and 952RX, and they're labeled Level AX. These forms are something you would give to students as a post-test if they scored very well on the Level A tests. They have a green answer sheet with 26 answer spaces because these forms both have 26 questions. At the very top of both of these sheets, you'll see this common information, and I guarantee you as soon as you hand the answer sheets out, you'll get questions saying, what site is this? Who is the instructor? What is your name? Can you put it on the board? Is this my name or your name? What is today's date? It's easiest just to put this on the board before handing out the forms. That is the first thing you should address to make sure everyone's on the same page for when you go over the practice. Make sure people fill this in and then move on. After students have taken this test, it's important to grade them. You would use this manual, which you have received or will receive at your physical orientation for teaching. And once you have graded their answer sheets, you would write on their answer sheet the raw score, which is going to be 1 to 24 or 1 to 26, and then their scale score, which this manual will explain. And these should look familiar from trainings on attendance and registrations. Just a reminder, we record our grades for the pre-tests on their registration sheet, and we record grades for the post-tests and pre-tests directly on the attendance. As long as you have their pre-test score on their registration sheet, I'll be filling that in here for you. However, if it's not there, you would have to fill in the gaps. And this is what we'd love to see, 210 and 951R changing to 951RX and 221. On your attendance sheet again, you only need to put the scale score. This was just a general overview of CASAS testing. You will also need to take a CASAS implementation training, which is an online training program designed to teach you more about grading and the purpose of CASAS testing. You'll receive instructions via email for how to access this training and start it. You have to complete this within 1 week of receiving that email. You'll show that you completed it by taking a screenshot of the certificate at the end and sending it to the program coordinator, or by printing this certificate and bringing it to them. As most of you live further away from the Harbor campus, it might be best just to send the screenshot. This certification can also be helpful if you're seeking other teaching opportunities, as many programs use CASAS testing as their standardized test, so it would benefit you to add it to your resume or LinkedIn profile. Thank you so much for joining me for the CASAS testing training, and I hope you have a great day.